everyone, it's Puppet String. Yeah, Puppet String. I don't feel plural today. I just don't. A lot of you great puppets have been asking me, Puppet Strings, like, why haven't you, like, done a 10 facts about SLENDERMAN? I have. Totally. And this one is a delicious re-upload. Well, not this part. I mean, I recorded this like 5 minutes ago, or like an hour, or a few seconds ago. It really depends on what you're going for. And you know what? It doesn't freaking matter because I'm just like looking over the... So, I'm not paying $5 for a latte. Freaking copyright shit. It's incense and cotton candy. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Here's the video. God damn it. Just down. Number 15. New evidence suggests that SLENDERMAN's real name is Charles Edward Lucius Matheson. His human height is 6'4", and his slender height is 14'6". At the smallest of accounts, evidence of his age is incredible. Some legends of him go back before Adam and Eve, because he doesn't like apples. Actually, it was a pomegranate, but who's counting? Number 14. Speaking of age, he never will. His years may turn over, but like most pastas, his age freezes. And even in human form, there will never be a wrinkle formed. What's your secret, Charles? L'Oreal, because you're not worth it. Number 13. SLENDERMAN identifies as male, but is actually both genders. Due to what he is actually by blood, which I'll get into later, he shares both gender blood and can transform into one or the other at any time. Wow, Slender Jenner, you're looking fine! Number 12. Slender hasn't actually worn a suit. Always. Never. Believe it or not, for a while he ran around with nothing on. But when the Greeks started roaming around, he wore a black silk overcoat. Well, drapery. Something that you would put over a window. Yeah, something like that. Which most people took as bad luck because it was black and everybody back then were so freaking just weird and paranoid. From a span of 1289 AD to 1697 AD, he wore a red chesame and a black overcoat with leather and iron greaves. And finally, in the late 1800s, he wore a primitive version of a suit, and as the time started shifting, he rolled with them, and has never given up his black suit with a red tie up for nothing. Number 11. Slender has a high concentration of radiation in his body. When people get too close to him with electronics, and they go static, that is because the radiation in his body is melting the device from the inside out, thus causing the glitches. Catching a real photo of him is like finding Ben in the ocean. Not gonna happen without some serious skill. Number 10. Speaking of radiation, that is also the reason for slender sickness. This has been debated over the years, but more and more witnesses that get slender sickness do not survive, and even if they do, they suffer from cancer and pass away later. This is signs of radiation. There was a story that happened in 2003 where they found a piece of black cloth in the park of Oakside in Coleman, Alabama. The cloth had a strange shine to it and was actually quarantined by the government. Once it was tested, it had the same effects as the elephant foot in Chernobyl. Dizziness, vomiting, diarrhea, hemorrhaging, all the side effects of slender sickness. Or a chest cold. Yeah, a shitty chest cold. That could be too. Number 9. Though he's famous for it, he doesn't just kill kids. If provoked, he will be aggressive to anyone that pushes him to an edge. Number 8. Part of the reason why so many people believe he doesn't exist is that Slender makes it so. He has connections to police departments and government officials. They will deny his evidence to the public for a reason, including the internet, who carries on the same tradition. He gives them the right price for his incognito rate, which can be a good and a bad thing, but mostly a bad thing, because think about it. Who are you? I am SLENDERMAN. No, he doesn't exist. Oh shit, child. Really? Number 7. Limbo. Limbo is a type of frame of mind that all pastas have, but Slender's is a bit different. Limbo is a type of affliction that the pastas get when they become so angry and bloodthirsty, they become a different person. Uncontrollable, in fact. Slender's curse of being faceless is actually cured during limbo, soulless eyes, and a sharp, jagged mouth is torn from under his skin, which is great for the kids. Number 6. Slender buries himself in work, but besides being forced to work, he also has impeccable sadness. Some say it's because he knows humans will never accept him or that he cannot find someone that will love him. Most of all these theories are actually right, but Slender is trying his best, and he feels as if he's gone too deep with some things. Who could blame him? Number 5. Though there is no exact evidence to support this, there is a witness account of a possible weakness Slender may have. Humanity has been trying to slay him since the beginning of time, but there is a story that surfaced from a couple unknown sources. Since he has radiation that is rooted into his body, some think that he can be defeated with the same type of gamma rays that would pulsate through his body and explode his vital organs. However, some say they have tried such an experiment and it didn't even faze him. Well, maybe that's all the hatred for the Jeff X Slender hard yell. Number 4. Despite all the stories you have heard, Slenderman could and has been a child's best friend many times before. He has aided them even into adulthood. This may not be a common occurrence, but it is also not uncommon either. Kind of like a best friends forever until I kill you. Then, death do us part and all that other junk. Number 3. In the mansion, Slender is the head of everything. He is responsible for scheduling kills, keeping the evidence under lock and key, repairing the mansion, and bringing in new family members. His partner is his daughter Elizabeth, whom is almost like a secretary but does give commands herself. Pastas will only answer to those two because everyone else is just highly ignored because of their authority. Because. Yeah, because. That's it. Next fact. Number 2. The problem on everyone's mind is probably, but puppet strings, what about the Slenderman stabbing? Well, it's time to go into detail. Those girls tried to summon Slenderman and no doubt a ritual from the internet so they could become his proxies. Let me go down the list for this. Number 1. There is only one way to summon Slenderman and it's not even available to the public nor the human race. Number 2. Slender picks whoever he will pick to become his proxies. There's no two ways about it. Slender's exact thoughts on this stabbing is that he is terribly disappointed in the human race for going so far to prove their mental foolishness. I have to say, I agree with him. He does have a point. Number 1. For many years, not only his existence was questioned, but if people got over that and did believe he was real, here's the next question. What is he exactly? He's not a potato before you say it. I have a history with potatoes. Trust me. Well, puppets, I will release a story that may shock some of you. I will not release whom gave me this story, as I am under oath to keep it confidential, and I will please ask all of you to have respect and not ask me where I got it. I say this because the official that did give me the story is very trustworthy. Thank you. When God commanded Lucifer to destroy the human race, Lucifer resisted and stood up to God. That he will protect those whom were created. Lucifer was angry at God for trying to destroy his own special creation. For his disobedience, God casted out Lucifer. And when he fell to the underworld, he rose his legion, but something else with him. Arose Barziflug, the brother to Satan. Barziflug rose other brothers with him. Barziflug was the embodiment of God's own sins and blood of the innocent that he was going to comply. So, puppets, that would mean this. Slenderman, as we know today, is the brother of Satan, like Beelzebub, Leviathan, and of the like. I hope everybody enjoyed this re-upload, and just remember something. Japan had a good idea with the tentacle porn. Seriously, don't mention anything about that in the comments down below. Yeah, don't do that. Okay. You've been such a great audience, and sleep tight, my puppets.